What's up guys, Sage here, back for another L54 live commentary. So, my opponent today, Khaimun, Keks is his pet, Blue Lenny. And Kai is someone who I've fought quite a few times. Looking back at my battling record against him, it's 2 wins each way and a draw. So, I'd say so far in our fights, it's been pretty well matched. So for my set, I kept it pretty similar to the way I fought against Barun in my last video. One thing I've done after watching Drazu's video that got uploaded earlier today was take out my M-Duck, because he obviously knew that I use M-Ducks, and I thought watching back the video that I was sort of over-reliant on them. So I'm trying to do some battles now without using them, just to see that I can use other things. Last time I fought Kai, he also used M-Ducks, which means I brought the U-Bend along just for a bit of fun in case I think he's going to spring them out. To start though, dual constants as I always start, pretty much. Well, I say always, most of the time. And alongside that, positive thinking. So the Wraith Scroll's out today, and let's start with that. And yeah, what do you know? He does have the M-Ducks out. I did consider actually using it on the first turn, but too risky when you don't know what set they've come in with. So he used Shade, which was nice for a first turn when I'm using Wraith Trolls, so it means I avoid it. Level there, 20 apiece, and then positive thinking does me nicely. So Shade for me, and I need to consider what he's going to use. Probably unlikely to use the M-Ducks again. He's not going to use positive thinking, which means he might use Cling if he's got that on. To be fair, if he does use the M-Ducks, one thing we saw from the final fight of me versus Alex was that Frozen Water Daggers with Dusty Magic Broom is a good counter to them if using Static Cling. So I think that's a safe move to use in the second go. Well, in fact, he went pretty defensive. Wheel Shield, but also the Sun and Moon Chakram. Now, Wheel Shield, I assume he's using, expecting the Maractites. That's always a good one to use against it, but also it's good against the Frozen Water Dagger and Scimitar. And it's cleaned up pretty well against Dusty Magic Broom, so I didn't realise how much that actually covered. My Dusty Magic Broom definitely came in useful there against the Sun and Moon Chakram with Static Cling, and then I also finished off that half icon left with Shade, which means it was limited to just the 5 damage from the darkness coming through. So 32 to 30, which means we've got one more turn probably before one of us looks at healing. So Halitosis is coming in for me, and let's look at what I'm going to do. So Sun and Moon Chakram is light and dark. Is that right? Light and dark, yeah. Dusty Magic Broom I think could probably stay in there for now. But the dark I don't really have an answer to. So what do I want to pair the Dusty Magic Broom with? What do I think he's going to use? Well, I don't know. All I've seen so far are 4 weapons, so it could be anything. So I want to just stack some icons up really for my attack and cover a bit in defense alongside. So I think the makeshift ship's hammer, which I keep saying wrong, is always a trusty companion alongside the Dusty Magic Broom, and Halitosis there completes it. So yeah, let's go for that. And he's stuck with the same move actually. Wow, okay. Yeah, exactly the same move. Wasn't really expecting that from him. Wow. The makeshift hammer has come out a bit better than the Frozen Water Daggers did. Yeah, 7-6. That's still a win on my side, so he's probably going to change it up. 26-23. I feel like he might now try and attack before the heel turn, get me down. So if I was a betting man, this would be the turn for the U-bend. Now that's sort of an all or nothing move, to be honest. Well, no, maybe not, but it could end the fight early. If he uses the jewels, which could be quite fun. If I got that on video, that would be pretty pleasing. So I'm thinking Wraith Scroll, Halitosis. Oh, the U-bend is just something you always want to try. I've not tried it yet. Managed to buy one. Yeah, I want to give it a go. If he does use the M-Ducts, it would be great. 26-23, that seems like a pretty good time to use M-Ducts. I would use M-Ducts in this situation. But then again, he is 3 down. No, you know what? I think he might. Let's give it a go. Oh my god, yes! Khaimun, that is played into my hands beautifully. 32-4. This is the most perfect win I've ever had. Pre-heal, you've done a great justice. What a purchase that was. Less than 5 mil. I think that's worth it, even if I didn't get that back, just for this reaction to this fight. That is one of those wins that you just hope for. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Wow. That I don't know what to say to that. That is one of the best things that's happened to me in fighting, battling so far. Didn't even have to use half of my set. What a fight. I want to see his reaction. I'll see if we can get this in the video. See what he says to that. Oh, I thought I'd mailed him recently. I'll probably be on the boards. Kai. He used the U-bend against me the last time I fought him, but it still ended up in a draw, I think. He wasn't as pivotal a move. Let's have a look on my board here, see. Peach is just commenting about TPL. Gonna do some practice battles with her just to get a bit more ready for the tournament after Greg demolished me in my first set. Sage, just mail me here on PC1 when you're done pummeling. Well, she got that right. I'm done pummeling Kai. I think I'll just have to mail her now because she's got it on the ball. But I'm probably being a bit harsh there. I mean, saying all that, Kai is a great battler, and the result of this fight is obviously not a reflection on his ability, if you'll pardon the pun. I mean, I've battled a fair few people now in L54, and I'd say Kai is definitely in that top tier of battler. And to be honest, yeah, with this fight, we didn't really get to see much of what he really had planned. Saw 4 of his 8 weapons. So yeah, just it's a one-off, and this can happen. And I'm sure next time he'll be trying to get the best of me once again. But stuff to take from this battle, I think, is just about reflectors. I think they're super fun, but super interesting too. I've asked a bit about them on the boards, and I'm told they're used more in L97 than L54. But I think with the right timing, and especially in sets of battles rather than one-off, like in Mikey's tournament, I think in that case, in one-offs you can't really risk it. You're not going to be able to predict it enough times for it to be worthwhile. But I think in certain cases it can be a game changer, and definitely worthwhile putting in your set sometimes. I mean, in that battle there, I did 32 damage. Using reflectors is the only way that you're going to be able to deal more than 23 HP, which is the usual highest if you're using cling. And I think it's not just the use of of reflectors that's interesting, but the threat of the use. I mean, I think I'd be willing to lose a few battles with a few people across the Battle Dome chat if it gave me a reputation of someone who has a threat of using reflectors. Because if you're putting seeds of doubt in someone's mind, especially when you're facing M ducks, which are quite hard to deal with, then it can put people off using moves. And suddenly, using mono icons, which is something that's quite desired, that's strong and hard to block, suddenly becomes risky and something which you might not want to do. So yeah, I think reflectors definitely something that I'm going to be looking at more and maybe thinking about how I can use them. And yeah, that's about all for this video. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other ones if you haven't seen them yet. I'll be back with some more battles soon, no doubt. I'm still getting one with I'm Poor for L54 because I did record one with him, and unfortunately the software cut out midway through. And I think once we've done the pool play, I might see about getting some of the TPL tournament battles done.